Right, welcome. We're going to play the beta of New World. I've already made a character, did the initial introductory story. I'm not showing that because why show the introductory story if you decide to play it? Why ruin that for you? So we're going to load up. I did play the alpha and took a little break before the beta to see what, so I can see what changed. You'll notice my heads-up display. That's just in case I run into a problem, I can get the position I was in game and some stats to report back to them, the developers. So here we are. I started off in Monarch's Bluff and already found Fire Staff, which I like to use. Learned in the beta, not the beta, the alpha. And we're off on quest to search shipwrecks for records and remnants. At level 3. Of course, you'll start off level 1, just like any other MMO, I assume. And again, just leveled up to level 4 so we can use our attribute points in the map and our standing and territory we're in. And I didn't upgrade my character, my attributes yet. So I'm going to upgrade intelligence because that increases damage for the fire staff among some other weapons. Again, this is not a review, it's just gameplay to watch. You can make up your own mind if you want to play it. I'm not going to give my opinion other than some opinions on game mechanics, if I have any. I'm not going to give an overall opinion if I think you should play this game. And just upgraded my fire staff mastery. Oh. We can do pillar for spell focus. That will probably do. Yeah. Restoration, that gives back 5 mana for heavy attacks. With the weapon, your left click is a primary short attack, and then you have your heavy attack, which is the right mouse button. Sorry, I got that backwards. You click the left once as a short attack, you hold it down to charge up your heavy attack, which does a little bit more damage, and then the right mouse button is to block. So with the fire staff, you block with the staff. If you are using a weapon where you can carry a shield, you'll block with the shield. And one of the good things about this game is the audio clues when an enemy sees you or there's one nearby, so I strongly suggest a headset, a good one. So all that's left for now is to collect the ship's log, and that was it. And might as well take some enemies out, get some experience points, and try to level up. Took a hit, not a big deal. The big red bar in the middle of the screen, towards the bottom is your health, which you can upgrade with your attribute points. The blue bar is mana. So if you're using a fire staff, which is magical, you'll be using mana. The heavy attacks take more mana than the regular attacks. And of course, when I unlock the abilities of the fire staff, what you can see with the QRF on the bottom right hand corner, that will list your attacks that you have. And there are special attacks that do more damage but drain your mana a lot more. And as you might have heard, when you hear something that sounds like someone screaming in the distance, that's usually or another player that's fighting. So we're going to upgrade the meteor shower, so we have one of those abilities now under Q. And there's another player. Why go it alone when you can go it as a team? And miss. And there's the meteor shower. I see it's draining the mana down. And we'll take that. Just gathering resources. Finding more records and as the quest goes on. One thing to note is with some of the quests, they're multi-tiered, so when you complete the first list, a second list will pop up. So just keep an eye out for that. You don't want to run back to somewhere when you just realize you're still in the quest. Target, meteor shower. Meteor shower is good for a group of enemies. One-on-one, not so much. So when it just popped up, I'm getting ready to go into a area that is the same or greater rating than what my level is. I'll help him out. Not that he needed it. And that's a grenade kind of thing. Deal. Does a lot of damage. You can hear him coming from behind to the right. So we'll go up here and see if we can find some more stuff. I think I gotta get the ship's flag from the stern and the bow. The animations are more fluid since the alpha, I'll say that. Ship's flag. So that's the stern, we're on the front of the ship. Even with like a 7-year-old graphics card, all the settings turned up, it's pretty gorgeous world. So I'll block that, because this enemy has a shield so they can block your attacks. The only bad part is when I go back down, they'll probably be waiting for me. And I know from what was introduced in the alpha, they'll run back to their starting position and gain back all their health if you don't engage them, or if you try to kill them from up top without ever getting on their level. Just like that. So we'll have to get down here and get dirty, which is not ideal when you're playing with fire staff. You want to keep distance. And there comes another one to join the battle. So I'm kind of back in the corner. That's my mess up. But I know the guy on the left I hit is almost dead. So I'll see if I can get him first and then back around out of the corner. Just like that. Now we need to get out. Throw some more of those grenade fire elemental balls, whatever they are, at you. And we're green on the right hand side for our quest, so we can go back to complete it and talk to Charity Douglas. Pick up some health just in case by eating some of my food. Get my bearings with the map. I'm not crazy about Monarch's Bluffs. Even in the alpha, I didn't really... It wasn't my favorite location to be in. So we'll probably try to get out of this territory as soon as I can. And you've already noticed, no, there's not a mini-map, and that's been a hotly debated issue during the alpha, and from what I see now, it's still being debated with the new people being brought into the beta. Honestly, I am agreeing with the devs of why there's not a mini-map. The overworld map is plenty enough, and having a mini-map would take out of the immersion of having to stop, and it's like you're stopping and pulling out a map to look at it. Makes sense to me.
I know the corruption that remains is coming from the sea cave.
So we're going to Turtle Spit.
Just deal with it.
Yeah, just deal with it. All right.
But do be careful.
Of course. So we can upgrade now, and I'm going for intelligence and probably constitution. Constitution is your life, your health bar. So you can see the rewards here. We've got the level 5, so we have the second weapon slot. Level 10, you get some more perks, then level 15, and yada yada. So I recommend, especially in the early game, making sure you stay equipped up with the best stuff you can salvage. Anything you don't need that's not good enough to sell, which all this is, right click on it, salvage it, get the repair parts, because later you will need the repair parts to fix your weapons and gear that you don't want to lose. Stuff we have now, it's we don't want to lose it, but it wouldn't be the most horrible thing if it was lost. By lost, I mean damaged until it's broken and then you can't repair it. So, iron cartridges, and there is a musket in the game you can use, and of course a bow, so you can equip the arrows to get them out of your inventory. Even if you don't have one, you can have them in case you pick one up and need to use it. But we're already at level 5, which thankfully they listened to during the alpha, because normally it was a chore to level up in the early game. To the point where it would frustrate someone playing casually, I believed, to the point they would just quit. But it is easier to level up in the early game now, so you can get into the main game quicker and then the leveling slows down, which I think is where it needed to be. My opinion. If you have a different one, express it. Leave it in the comments. If you want to be nasty about it, just keep it to yourself. So let's get into this cave. And we're going through corruption, which you can become corrupted. That's what that purple meter is for when you're in a corrupted area. Block that and get away from them. And we can upgrade the fire staff again. Already see him over there. So we're ranged, so let's use it. We're not a tank. At this point, we're kind of like a glass cannon. But not even that good. Get down there. Take a hit because I was too slow to block it the first time. And it becomes easier when you learn how the enemies fight and what their mannerisms are. You can anticipate when you need to block. We just knocked him back by getting through his shield, which is new from the alpha, which is a nice surprise. Otherwise, you just have to wait until they put their shield down, which was made for a long time in battles. And that's an enemy heavy attack that can really do some damage. You don't want to get hit too much by those. I don't know why I'm blocking. It's not going to do any good against these things. There we go. And my mana is taking a toll right now. Unfortunately, we're early level, so I don't have any mana potions. I'm not able to make any. So we've got to get through here. Which is difficult at this point because I'm out of mana and no way to replenish it. And they're spawning and respawning behind me. So it's like I had an insult to injury. Like I said, a character not based or a weapon not based on mana wouldn't have that kind of problem. A tank wouldn't have that problem. There we finally are through. Health is regenerated back. Mana needs to get regenerated. Just time. It just takes time. Time of not using it. It sounds like there's somebody behind me. Yep, there comes somebody else. Could be helpful, especially when my mana is screwed. So we need to defeat the corrupted chaplain. Great. And I'm sure that's them. While we over here should restore some mana, there goes the tank right up to him. Point in case in point. So we're going to try to help out. Ranged. And we were there. So we completed that. We can go back to Charity again. So yeah, completing missions, killing enemies, quickest way to get your experience points. Believe it or not, as soon as we can get the tools, harvesting, mining, logging, I would concentrate on those more than other skills, because you will need to develop your skills, because it's also a survival-ish type of game where you craft your own things that you need. So you'll have to gather resources. And mining really comes in handy to get better weapons quicker. So you can get some iron and forge weapons instead of having to use flint and stuff like that.
Did you destroy it? Whatever it was in Turtle Spit?
Yep.
Wherever you came from, they must be pretty tough there. And the thing is, even with the source of
So
corruption
level
gone,
6.
this is still a really bad sign. I prefer we go back together, but it's my duty to stay. You go. Take this message to Constable Seville.
Alright, so we're going to the town, actual hamlet. Let's upgrade Constitution, Intelligence, Health, and Damage. And let's see. And Blessed Breastplate is a lot more effective for protection. We'll get rid of the duelist shirt, probably. So I can upgrade my mastery for the fire style. Meteor shower, I don't really want to sink a lot into. Maybe Pyromancer? Incinerate's great for this character, but we've got to level up some other stuff on Pyromancer before we can get to it, so we'll just do Flamethrower. And move on. And you have your compass in the top center of the screen that can help guide you. So between it and the map, there really isn't a need for a mini map. And block it. We can harvest ore for resources. And we might as well get experience for killing it and skinning it. Helps build our skills. And we'll end up with some resources we'll need. always keep an eye out, or try to. Always get your journal pages, get experience for gathering those, and read them to get the story. Again, I'm not revealing any more of the story than the gameplay does by going into lore. And pretty good looking game. Those are campfires, and you'll be able to build a campfire when you are able to it's like a save point in case you die. And you will die. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You will at some point die. Unless you're super, super, super careful. So here we are with an achievement unlocked. Ugh. High taxes and fees. Yeah, just like the real world, you gotta pay taxes and pay fees. Imagine that. So let's go talk to Heloise Seville.
This every new face, I wonder, will those eyes soon glow red with corruption? That stone, let me see. Yes. Charity reports the corruption nearly got a foothold on the beach. The irony in this corruption business is that an old madman warned us about it years ago. Oh, he wandered off, disappointed and angry, well on his way to becoming lost, I suspect. I heard rumors of a creepy old man, most likely.
Yeah.
The time has come for
And
us
the
to
alpha
batten
referred
down
to
the
the
hatches and
hermit.
seal the settlement off.
See if
Take
that's
Charity's
changed.
report to Magistrate Pixford. He and I have discussed this
And there's
possibility.
a page we'll
Who
get,
knows
and there's
what
another
must be
page we
done.
need to get. And we'll probably run upstairs real quick to see if we can get any more pages if there are any. And you might have noticed some people have insignias, different colors over their character's head. Those are factions. You can play the game, or at least you could. I don't know about now after the update for the beta, but you could, during the alpha, play the game with never joining a faction, just by yourself. But honestly, join a faction, it makes it so much easier. It makes the game so much easier and more enjoyable. Because going it alone completely without any help, it's rough. I did it for a while, and it's rough.
The Watchers report, have you not? I knew it as soon as you passed by, you see. I don't need to read it. The storm, the eruption of Shattered Mountain, none of it's a surprise to me. You I had not anticipated, however. This is an Your timing is either impeccable, or it's miserably unfortunate.
Probably
Of
unfortunate.
course not. And I must not forget my role as a gracious host. You should check in at the inn and make yourself at home here. Return later. and
So
we shall
now
talk
apparently we're going to have a bunch of quests of just learning the layout of the town, which if you've never played is not a bad thing. Yeah. Easy way to get missions completed and learn where stuff's located.
Welcome to the Regent's Rise.
So you can go to the inn in any territory and register. So if you do die, this will be your respawn point. Or if you're closer to another territory's town,
There.
you'll get the choice to
Even in a
respawn at
strange
your
land, one must get
home
something.
where we just registered or the nearest settlement.
Whether you realize it or not, I think
At
you
least
have
we
come
did.
to help
I'm
us
assuming
here
they've
in
kept it the
Monarch
same.
Bluffs. Indeed.
We'll see.
I will put all the town's resources at your disposal. You can acquire supplies, or sell them at the trading post, and I have allotted you a storage space. Go and see them for yourself.
Okay. And in each town you get a storage. course, everybody's looking at their storage. And you can look at your storage in other locations, but it's not shared. So if you have something in storage in one territory and you're in another one, you can't use it. You can just look at it. You'll actually have to physically go get it from that territory and bring it back to use it. So what I want to reward for crafting, yeah, let's lower the crafting fee. Because we'll probably be doing a little bit of crafting to get out of here. Some old trading post I ran right by. Made it look a little different from what I remember, but not much. Basically, I just forgot where it was and ran right past it. And you can go to the trading post, buy and sell whatever you want to do with the resources and weapons and jewelry that you found or crafted.
Well, I believe I've helped you become acquainted with the settlement. Whether you realize it or not, I think you have come to help us here in Monarch's Bluffs. Run.
We're accepted. And talk to Heloise again. And we can upgrade our attributes, so Constitution, Intelligence. Probably at some point we'll start doing Dexterity for the character build I want to play.
Ah, how nice it is to see you again. I was
Flint
thinking about
Mine
whom to
pick, which
appoint
I've
as
already
the
made one.
architect of Settlement's defense, and your name came to mind.
But I'll take them. Either salvage it
There's
or
a great deal of
use
work to
one
do
up
in
and have a
Monarch's
spare,
Bluffs.
because the
You
flint
are
picks
But are you willing
really
to put
don't take a long
Settlement
time
ahead?
to
The first order of business
damage
is to gather raw materials and refine
and
them
break.
at one of the workshops about town.
That's why
If
you
your
want to
hands
mine
are
and
not
get
callous yet,
the iron
they
tools
soon
as
will
quick as
be.
you can. So I need to gather stone. I've already got rawhide by skinning animals. Those boars and things on the way up helped. And I need to gather wood from bushes or trees. Not too hard, but it's getting you into the mindset of harvesting resources to make things with. So get the bush. And that's going to take a while to get 40. So let's find a tree. We'll need a young tree. Since I've already made a flint logging axe. Which in your introductory first couple levels, they walk you through how to make a knife and axe, and it's all the same. Once you know how to make one thing, you can make another. Just have to have things to make it with. So we'll need one more young tree, and then we can start mining boulders for stone. There's one. you go for the bigger boulders, you get more resources, of course. It takes you longer, but you get more experience and resources. And then pretty soon we'll be able to start mining other things like iron, silver, and gold, and even further ores. This last one should do it. So now we have to go and craft some timber, stone block, and of course leather. That looks like the kitchen. That's workshop where you can make tools and stuff. Here we can make some timber. Level up our skills. And so move on to the stone. Of course, somebody showed up when I was making my selections. Yeah, I believe the tannery is right around the corner here. Might as well get some water. We'll need that later to make potions and mana potions and health potions with, so might as well just get a bucket and put it in our storage. So now we go talk to Heloise again.
Well done. Your willingness and practicality are refreshing. Even I myself, this is just the beginning. From now on, you can visit me all the time, Bob. I know you will. In fact, there is someone else you should speak with. Esteban. You would know her as Artificer Gomes. Though her confidence can be abrasive, it does not exceed her skill. She is a master. You'll find Artificer Gomes near the forge. It is truly her element.
Okay. And that's the community board, so you can take on tasks to help the settlement and get rewarded.
Here's the one I've heard so much about. The fabled warrior Eloise has deputized to help in the settlement's defense.
Gospel, Share Darkness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My reputation commands a great deal of respect across all the territories. I suggested Eloise send me to broker an alliance with the other settlements, but she refused. She believes it's every settlement for itself, and she will not be persuaded otherwise. That being the case, we will need extra blades. Show me your skill. Open this bag of wool, smelt it, and forge an iron sword.
Okay.
I will judge its merits.
So we need to smelt the ore, then forge in a sword. We need to open it. So we got rawhide and iron ore. And we're gonna go ahead and open our chest. And we got some plate boots, which we'll equip much better. So let's go. That's the forge. We need to go to the smelt first. Iron ingot. So when we get our mining up with the pickaxe, you can go find iron ore out in the wild, harvest it, bring it back, and create your own weapons after smelting it. Iron longsword. I have nothing to add a perk with yet, so we just need one, so we're gonna make one.
Let us see your work. Ah, yes. The blade is sleek, which I strongly believe an alliance between settlements is essential to battle the corruption. Short of that, I will do what I can at the forge. Indeed. You are sharp, aren't you? I fear we're also at risk of losing the loyalty of some right here in Monarch's Bluffs. I wonder if you might help me. There is one here whose skill matches my own in her discipline, Survivalist Thornton. She is very much a lone wolf, and she may be tempted to leave the pack right now. Please speak to her and convince her to stay.
Alright. So let's open that. Pirate Captain hat. So we can salvage that. I'm still gonna keep the pirate captain hat just because it's a pirate. It's a pirate captain hat, even though it's might become useful for a dress-up costume. I don't know, but it's a pirate hat for Christ's sake. Well, let's put some stuff in our storage, just in case. Yeah, we'll put the water in there. And the iron. And leatherworking, woodworking. And everything except some flint. Someone's ladder. Yep. We can trade those out for ones that have not been used. And put those there. So that leaves us with some basic food and stuff to cook with. I'm going ahead and repair it. Maybe. I'll add that, get some experience for it, and move on.
Sorry, not so much in the mood for conversation right now. Bags to pack, places to be. You understand. So what if I am? No business of yours, is it? Wait a minute. Gomes said, I'll level with you. If all hell breaks loose and the forces of corruption march across Eternum, I'd rather be out there than in here.
True.
I'm not going anywhere just yet, but it's nice
Sure you
to
ready
know
to
I'm
bug
here.
out?
What about you, friend? You got what it takes to survive out there on your own? Sure you can. Hey, you know what? Since you and Gomes want a medal, how about you step up and do a little hunting? head out into the wilds, and make camp, and visit the local wolf dens. I'll wait for you right here.
Alright. So we get Bearing Teeth. So first, make a camp to respawn at. And there it is, number 1. It's the Wolf Den. Right outside of town, which I don't think was there in the alpha. So that's I might be wrong, but I don't think it used to be there. Like I said, I wasn't really fond of Monarch's Plus. Oh, incoming downtime. In an hour. So let's finish up for now, I think. So do intelligence map. Monarch's Bluff. Standing? Yeah, gain more standing. The Devil's Quarry up there has some good places to mine when we get a higher level. Then we've got the Wolf's Den down there. And we can look across the map. That's Everfall, which is beautiful. But I'll probably try to make my way to Windsward as soon as we can. There's a lot of resources there. And that'd be where the old man is. Used to be known as the Hermit. So I think we're going to log out for now. Let me know what you think. If you want more videos, let me know in the comments.